Hey, it's Zazo with another video for y'all again. Uh, this time around, I'm gonna talk about buffing and battle trolling. Uh, I didn't. This is not one of my original ideas. I didn't personally care too much about trolling. I'm just always hip and up to date because some of my friends, this is their priority role, and they are some of the best players uh, on DC that do this role. One of those players is Dishonor or Dis. If you see him online, he's been trolling for a long time and he's really, really good at it. And he also battle trolls. There's also people in Evil with about max skill points. They also battle troll, and I just kind of take feedback and things that I've seen from everybody, and I kind of put it all together, and I made my own little spin on it, if you will. So that's like the gist of it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show what I'm running, and then I'll kind of tell you why later. Um, so I have Starfire because I'm using her for the might buff, so I can have more might for myself to do more damage. I have John Stewart. John Stewart is gonna be for my troll shield. He's gonna when I pop my troll shield, it's gonna give more power. It's gonna be a little more sturdy and give me health. So that'll also be like I guess a health buff or whatever. And then I have Crypto. Crypto is for my personal damage. I'm going to the traits. I'm specting to shield. Any weapon you could be specting to any weapon. When I DPS, I'm specting the shield for EOG procs. And then I have super speed. I got this ability, tornado pull, for my stealth. I have Neo for damage, word of power to help give more power to my team. I have Sport Pod. I'm using that for damage. I'm also using it in my stealth clip. I'm spec super powered. I get my power crits, I get my DPS crits, and then I'm going into my empower, and then I'm going into health. Now, this is where skill points are really, really, really important. The less skill points you have, the worse the battle trolling or battle killing, battle tanking will be. The more skill points you have, you can actually like genuinely be like a god on DC when it comes to battle trolling, battle healing, battle tanking. It benefits those with more skill points. So I can't give a max health buff, but it's okay. When I run, depending on the group that I run with, I will personally respec into health first and then might and power, but that depends on the group that I play with. When I run with LFG, I like this spec better because I feel like I do more damage and I could support myself a little bit more. When I run with my league, I spec into health first and then might and power. Alright, now that we went over that, let's go over the loadout. Um, you got Gauss Grenade for gadgets. If you are any troll power, you want to get your fastest cooldown on whatever your defense debuff is, and whatever your fastest or most damaging ability is for your damage debuff. I could see like battle trolling being really fun with like Quantum, Hardlight. Like I think all the troll powers can have a blast with this. With that being said, I think gadgets is going to be the best, and probably like mental might be second best simply because they have stealth, and in stealth you have a second loadout. Um, Let me finish what I was talking about with the loadout. We got Omega. This is damage. We got our power back. This is gonna proc the claw artifact that I will show you in a moment. I have a weapon buff. This is gonna proc my Starfire. Then I have stealth for my secondary loadout. In stealth, I have Tornado Pool, Neo, Suppressor Turn, Spore Pod. I clip the first three, and I jump, and then I hit Spore Pod. This is all for damage. This is what I do when I normally DPS. It's not anything new for me. If I'm struggling with power at all at any point in time, I always will hit my Battle Drone first, and then I will probably weapon tap to get out. The next time I go in stealth, if Battle Drone is not up, which is 90% of the time, it won't be up the second or third time you hit stealth. It'll come up every like 2 times you hit stealth. So I'll probably hit Word of Power every time I see anybody in the group 50%. Alright, now that we went over the loadout, we went over the allies, let's go over the gear and the artifacts. I have all DPS gear. I started to change it from the last DLC stuff, but then I decided that I didn't want to anymore. I'll just wait until I'm max elite gear. So this is what I got. We got the supercharge, might, berserker, penetrating strikes, the crits, explosive block, max damage, and everything is DPS. As y'all can see, everything is DPS. And then my artifacts are the Amulet of Rao. This is a debuff art, and then I have the Sinestro Corrupted Power Ring. This is also, again, this is a 8% debuff. So both of these arts are giving a debuff. If you're not running both of these arts, in my opinion, you're not giving a max debuff. So, yeah, if you want to give the best buff and help burn go as fast as you can, you need to be running both of these when you're trolling. This is your debuff. Sinestro Power Ring also is going to give you supercharge and power. So, and it does like a little bit of damage every time it gives you that supercharge. So this is really, really good. Some might even say busted. I'm not finna get too much into it, but it's extremely good. Then we have Omega. Omega is mainly for the damage aspect of it, or entirely for the damage aspect of it. It also gives me like 3% health, so it helps me get that 15% on that stat. Then we have Claw. Claw is going to be a buff to the entire group. It's going to give me 7% might, resto, and dom. Might for my DPSs, resto for my healer and tank, and dom for my healer and tank. And also dom is going to, I think, help the troll shield. We also got crits going on because we have it 200. So this is a great buff. And then we got the tetrahedron. It is our main buff. It's our main might buff. Because I'm battle trolling and I'm battle trolling with might, I'm using only might abilities to do so. This is gonna buff me and the entire group. The more health I got, the stronger this buff is. If your group is prec, then I'd probably be running this, and I'd probably have a whole weapon mastery if I was running this. I think a battle troll for precision is valid, and I think a battle troll for might is valid. I think might is gonna be better because we have Omega. But if you were prec, I'd probably run maybe this, and I'd probably throw Hecate in there, or just something else to get some more passive damage or something. I don't know, Bob. I haven't thought too much about the prec side yet, but I did think about the mic side. Now let me show you how we're going to run it. You have your shield debuff. You got your damage debuff. You got power back. We got the weapon buffs for Starfire. And then I have stealth, and I have my abilities. And I could just spam. I could spam pretty much like I'm a normal DPS. You only need to hit this every time you want to go in stealth. So this is on a 12-second timer. A lot of you don't know, but this is on a 12-second timer. It tells you right there at the bottom. It says for 12 seconds. Your stealth is 12 seconds. So essentially, I could just clip these three, go stealth, do the stealth, and then when stealth comes back up, I'll hit it again. You do not need to spam power back when you have claw in. It does not benefit anybody. You're not giving more power, and the buff is already up. Okay, I see my buff went down. I'm going to do it again, and I'm back in the stealth. Bam. So, and then you just keep DPSing. For the most part, I'm hitting pretty much regular DPS numbers. We could actually do a few parses here. Let me remove my evil thing. Alright, so I'm gonna go into my parse tab. If you don't know how to go to your parse tab, you need to do just like I'm doing here. It's in the chat. It would be in the tab. I make a new tab, and then you go to that tab that you made. So I made tab 8, I'm on it, I'm going to hit edit, and then it's pretty much a DPS summary is what I'm looking at. DPS summary or damage out. I kind of forget which one it is, but it's one of those. So I missed my entire stealth. That was terrible, but we'll get it on the next one. That's a 3 mil parser for those of you that are not able to see it that well. I hit Neo right there. Neo's gonna buff my damage. 590, 580. Like, this is a lot of damage. I have a 5 million DPS parse. So this is helping burn go a lot faster. Let's say maybe the group needed some power at the troll shield. Now we got power. I still got my claw buff up, so I still have the active power over time, and I'm spamming a debuff. So like you know what I'm saying? Like it works out. Now again, I want to give credit to the people that actually sit there and troll and kind of figure most of this out. There might be better specs, better weapons, maybe even better allies, but for the most part, this is what I run. I never got a chance to inspect all the people that were battle trolling, but with this is like my twist on it, essentially. I feel like these are best in slot. I feel like you want John. You want the John because the John is going to help you with power. I have Starfire for damage. Obviously, if you want to do another buff, you could put Static on there because you pop in supercharges. If you want this for the debuff, you could run that. Like, it's what you use what you have to the best of your ability and what you think the group needs. Okay? Do that. For me, I'm running what I'm running to max out damage while also giving what I think is a good buff. I think this buff doesn't last long enough. It's 12 seconds and the cooldown's like 30. I don't really like that. And I know that I can have Starfire up the whole time. And I'll have a Troll Shield just about every 30 seconds with the healer giving me an EOG in this new artifact. I got 2 arts that debuff. Got 2 arts that buff, and then I have 1 art for damage. If you feel like you could do more damage without Omega, go ahead, throw on whatever you think you could run. Like, run what you have. But I do think what I'm running is best in slot. Thank y'all for listening. Hopefully this helped. If you got any questions, ask it down below. And if I could get one of the original creators, then I'll see if they could give me their sauce. But this is really just to spread awareness for those of you that don't want to really troll, or maybe you don't have troll gear, or maybe you don't have all the troll arts, or whatever. Maybe you just want to have fun. This is for y'all, man. Enjoy, man. Have a blessed day.